Ever notice how some things just click? A sentence, a glance, a small shift. It doesn't need to be obvious to be powerful. Like when someone says, "Can I borrow your charger?" Mine's in the other room. You barely think about it. But your brain hears structure, a reason, a gentle path to yes. Tonight is like that. Not forceful, not dramatic, just rhythm, light structure, small nudges toward better awareness. You don't need to agree with every word. Just let them pass through. Let them sit with you. Because sometimes the smallest thoughts carry the biggest echoes. This is not a lecture. It's a mirror. A quiet hour that lets you look at the parts of social life that shape you, without you even noticing. Have you ever felt like someone edited the story you lived through? Like you were present, you know what happened, and then they tell it differently, confidently, casually, and you start second-guessing yourself. That space, that tiny doubt, is where influence happens. Gaslighting is often painted as malicious, and sure, it can be. But it's also a signal, a reminder that reality isn't static. It bends, it drifts. And the person who speaks with calm, grounded certainty often controls the direction. Imagine someone challenges your memory in a conversation. Instead of reacting, you pause, then say, I remember it another way. No heat, no friction, just grounded presence. Maybe you say it again. Still calm, still slow. Doubt doesn't need volume, it just needs space. You're not twisting reality, you're holding your own. And when others sense that you won't be pushed, their own confidence thins, not because you forced them, but because you didn't flinch. Connection doesn't always come from being consistent. Sometimes it's the variation that makes people pay attention. You're open, you're warm, then you're quiet, unreachable, and suddenly they're watching you closer, wondering, reflecting. This isn't about being manipulative, it's about emotional rhythm, like a song that speeds up then slows down. The contrast makes it memorable. When you're always nice, people stop registering it, but if you add a pause, a pullback, it breaks the pattern. Think of a friend who always shows up, then one day they're distant, not angry, just different. You notice, you lean in, you ask. That's the power of gentle unpredictability. When used with care, it builds gravity, not confusion, curiosity. And people follow curiosity far longer than consistency. Some truths don't need to be spoken. Some wins don't need to be shared, especially not with everyone. Have you ever told someone good news only to watch their face shift? The praise is there, but flat. And later, something small goes wrong. You can't quite prove it. But the timing? Office. That's your gut speaking. Not all smiles mean safety. Not all listeners are neutral. So you start protecting the signal. You filter more. You post less. You speak in layers. Close friends don't need every detail. They need presence, not proof. You can laugh without handing them your strategy. You can connect without giving them your whole game. Because once something is out, you can't call it back. Keep your inner circle close, but keep your secrets closer. We think people respond to logic, but really they respond to rhythm. Can I borrow your charger? Mine's in the other room. That, because, slips in like a signal. It's not the reason that matters, it's the rhythm. The feeling that this request belongs somewhere, has structure, has flow. Try it. In a meeting, in a request, in an awkward moment. Can you email that to me? Because I want to wrap this today. See what shifts, not because they agree, but because they understand the shape of the ask. Humans like paths, not gaps. Because fills the space. It gives your voice an anchor. Even in light moments, it works. Especially in light moments. You don't need perfect reasons, you just need presence. Add structure to your speech and people move with you. No is not rejection. It's not rudeness. It's redirection. You're not here to be available to everyone. You're not here to say yes until you disappear. You're here to decide what gets your energy. Your no is the filter. Saying no doesn't make you hard, it makes you clear. And clarity, that's respect. Start small. No, I can't do that today. Let it land. Let the air fill around it. You don't need a long excuse, just the truth. And what happens next is quiet. People pause, recalculate. They see you as someone with boundaries. And boundaries, they attract the right kind of weight. the kind that makes your presence feel chosen, not automatic. Your yes becomes valuable when your no is consistent. Tonight wasn't about tricks or masks. It was about awareness, how social space bends, how energy flows, how attention shifts. You saw how a tiny phrase like because reshapes a request, how a little silence builds trust, how stepping back pulls others in, none